Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Jessa Jeremiah.
And I'm Justin Riley, and it is a beautiful day out at Rock and Wool Winery here in Poynette.
You said it.
Wow.
It is relaxing. It is beautiful.
Not too hot. It's just
It's
wonderful.
perfect. If you had any question of whether or not they made their own wines or whether they're really from Wisconsin, I think we're proving it, right?
Yeah, rows and rows, acres and acres of vineyards.
We're out
This is
here in the
incredible.
vineyards enjoying it. It is absolutely stunning. Justin's having a lovely glass
Having
along the way.
Having a lovely time. We've got a tractor behind us, and we've got a studio audience in front of us. Let's hear it from our studio audience. All right.
We are having a lovely time, joined by lots of great guests out here at Rock and Wool Winery, and we encourage you to come out because it is absolutely stunning and scenic and just a beautiful, relaxing getaway. Just a short drive from Madison,
Yep.
but it's like being on vacation out here, I tell you.
And we'll check in with Sean, the owner, a little bit later. He's going to talk about some things that visitors can expect when they come out here and enjoy a day or an evening here at Rock and Wool.
We're sure looking forward to it. And we're going to talk about lots of other great things for you and your family. We're going to check in with Jim's Coins and talk a little bit about coin collecting. So there may be some things you don't know about how you can get your kids involved, and it's a great way to get them involved in some history.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about protecting coins and polished versus unpolished, which is kind of cool.
That's right.
We're also going to check in with Doug from the Siege Paintball, and we're talking laser tag today. His daughter Ruby is going to do a demonstration for us, and they can actually bring laser tag to you, so you don't need to go out to Mugwanago to enjoy laser tag with the Siege Paintball.
Yeah, lots of great activities for you and your family. We're going to be out here at Rock and Wool Winery all episodes, so please join us. We'll be right back after the break.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having a fabulous time relaxing away out here in Poynette, Wisconsin at Rock and Wool Winery.
Yes, it's so quiet out here. It's
so
peaceful.
peaceful.
You can get zen here.
You can get zen. A great activity for you and the family to come out and see the gorgeous, gorgeous vineyards out here. Another great activity we're going to talk about is paintball. We're joined by Doug DeBeck from the Siege, and we're so pleased to see you.
How are you guys doing?
We're great.
Great. Always good to have you with us.
Yes.
Thanks.
And now you have a very special guest joining us. So who did you bring and what did she bring?
Well, I brought Ruby. She is my laser tag expert,
Yeah.
Right.
and she brought laser tag.
That's so awesome. Well, we're so pleased to see you. Thanks for joining us. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So how does you guys do laser tag? And laser tag's not something that you just have to go on location to do. I mean, you can bring laser tag to people's events. Can you talk to us a little bit about how all that works?
Correct. Yeah. So obviously you can come by us and play laser tag on all the cool paintball fields we have, the castle, the city, and we got 6 other courses. The other draw is if you don't want to travel, we'll come to you. So that's great because if you have a corporate outing or a young kids event where it gets harder and harder to transport kids around, we'll come to you and be at your location. If you have stuff to hide behind, great. We'll just bring all the laser tag equipment. If you don't, we also have stuff we can bring for that.
Oh, so fun.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
Have a party in your own backyard
Right.
or wherever you might be.
Yeah, backyards. We do a lot with camps where they might have a woods or something to do. Corporate outings, anything you can think of that you'd want to play laser tag, we can do it.
And a little bit more about how laser tag is offered. So you can really go anywhere. Can you also do it on site then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, whatever
So you have
works
the
best
choices.
for
you
the
don't
customer.
have to do the laser tag in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
backyard, but that's a fun way to do it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. This is a kind of a question that I had off the top. Is like, how much space do you typically recommend to utilize for a laser tag game? I mean, do you need acres? Do you need just a small backyard? What do you need?
Any size, really works.
Yeah.
You don't want too small of a size where you don't have enough, room to actually spread out and shoot each other. We have stuff that's in a large conference room where they play 3 versus 3. So
Really? So
yeah.
indoor laser tag?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do quite a bit of laser tag indoors in the wintertime.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's talk a little bit about some things that are fun for the family to enjoy. So obviously, age-wise, you can start pretty young for laser tag.
Yeah, basically, as long as they're old enough to be able to hold the gun. All right, so you can see it's she's pretty good with that.
Yeah.
They're lighter than the paintball equipment is, so that we
Yes.
can go younger in age. And you
you're
don't.
not getting hit with anything. In this
Yep,
case,
you're not
right?
getting hit with anything. You're aiming for the sensors on the top.
It's kind
So-
of like being part of a real video game.
Yeah. So Ruby, can you shoot this one? Pull the trigger. All
Ooh,
right.
that's fun.
All right. So.
So that's how you know if you've been hit.
Yep. So it blinks and beeps and tells you you've been hit. You're aiming for the box on the top. So we don't have them wear vests or headbands or anything that can get sweaty that you have to exchange.
Yeah.
So.
Smart. Okay.
Ruby, when I see you holding that, I think that we should put you on a calendar or something like that. What do you think, Doug?
Does it sound like a good idea?
12 months of laser tag with kids. That's fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's really fun. So you can start young. Let's talk a little bit about events. Do you have some events coming up?
Yeah, we have a bunch of events coming up. For the serious paintballers, we got a couple tournaments coming up. We have our second of our three-man X-Ball series coming up, which our first one maxed out in capacity for teams we could take. We actually had to turn a few teams away. And then we have a five-man event coming up. At the end of August, August 28th, we have our Battle of Way. It's a Vietnam scenario game.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that one is very popular. Last year we had about 150 people, and we're expecting to have more in one big themed game with missions and captains and a whole ordeal.
Wow.
And that's where you actually will reenact some of the tactical things that were done in a particular battle in the Vietnam
Yeah,
War.
I mean, obviously we tailor them to paintball a little bit because there's a difference. But yes, we have
Thank God.
missions that actually happened in this Battle of Way and actual place names as far as different
Sure.
bases too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opportunity to get out to, I feel like, act out some video games with laser tag, or like acting out, I don't know, some sort of like movie scenes with paintball.
Yep.
Kind of really interesting.
Yep.
But
So where can people go to find more information?
They can go to our website, our Facebook, our Twitter. So any of those are good places to do it, or call us on the phone. A lot of people have questions that don't fit into the standard question and answer on the website and stuff, and some of it's hard to email too, because it's a question followed up by a question. So we're more than happy to talk to anybody. The after hours number is my cell phone, so I'm always ready to talk to people when they need it. So
very
Doug
good.
is always on call.
He's available. He's ready. Well, you guys are great. We look forward to some of the events you have coming up, and you did a great job, Ruby. What do you think? High five. You did awesome. We look forward to seeing you out there playing laser tag. We'll have to get some pictures of that. That's wonderful. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Doug DeBack from the Siege Paintball and Laser Tag. We're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family coming up after the break, so please stay with us.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having ourselves a fantastic time out here in Poynette, Wisconsin. We're at Rock and Wool Winery.
It's a great place.
We're going to take a wagon ride a little bit later, and we look forward to that. And we are joined now by Jim Essence, who joins us from Jim's Coins over in Hilldale. You may be familiar, but today we're going to learn some things, and we look forward to that. So thanks for joining us, Jim.
Thanks a lot for having me.
So we have a lot to talk about. We've already sort of perused some of the items that you brought today, but we've got lots of questions for you. So we're talking a little bit about collecting, we're talking about coins, and we're talking about families and how they can get involved. But let's talk a little bit about coin holders and some of your recommendations to start.
Yes, that's a very good question. How to store coins so that they stay in the best condition over time as people collect.
So if you find something great, obviously you want it to be worth something later.
Right, right. And so the key thing to remember is you want to limit the exposure to harmful environmental factors such as air and chemicals. And so the way to do that is to, first of all, you want a holder that is inert in that it protects it from air getting into it and also protects it from chemicals and things that would be in the air or around the coin. And the holders themselves should be inert so that they don't contain chemicals that would harm the coin.
Okay.
Now there's these are very common ways to keep coins in these holders here.
Okay.
And these look the same, but actually they're different. If you want to feel it, one is very stiff and kind of crispy, and one's like nice and soft and rubbery.
Yeah, that one's more pliable.
Yeah, and they're both used. The soft one is nice to touch, but actually it contains PVC, and over time that will leave a residue on the coin that will actually eat into the coin. So you don't want to avoid the soft ones, even though they're nice to touch, and go with the crispy ones, which will keep the coins nice.
That's interesting because you don't think about that. You figure if you put it in something, you're safe, but really the holder itself could potentially damage the coin. So that's a really important factor.
Yes.
Okay.
Not all coin holders are created equal.
I guess not.
I guess.
That's correct. Other good methods are this nice. It's again hard and hard holder.
That's almost like a CD case
like a
or
jewel
something,
case, I was gonna
right?
say,
For your coin.
Right. Yep. And this is also okay. You staple these together, and you can hold coins in these too. That's a plastic. It's thin, but it's also hard. So
And the
that's
casing
good.
there almost reminds me of like an old negative holder or something.
Yeah, I guess, slide or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's another very common way, fun way to collect the state quarters, for example. You just push them in here. But here you're exposed to the cardboard, you're exposed to the air, but it's just for fun.
Sure.
So it's okay for the kids.
So if you don't have something that's as serious or maybe as valuable, doing something like this is okay.
You're not trying to preserve it, in other words, here.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, just for fun to look at it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Then we have another type of holder, which is a little bit better. This it has plastic slides which will protect the coin.
Well, that's smart. So you can still display it and have some
Yes,
protection.
and you can see both sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a step up from
Oh,
those.
that's fun.
Sure.
And of course, then you have the plastic roll, and that's also okay.
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 And
So that protects that'll protect the coins pretty well then.
Yep.
Maybe not as good as
Yep.
these though. I'm guessing.
No,
Well,
this
they're
would
not
be this would
individual,
be
but
fine.
Okay.
That is okay.
Now there are paper rolls, and that would also not be so good. So-
Okay.
Sure.
So
Alright.
the plastic rolls are okay even if they're stacked then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
good. Very
Excellent.
helpful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Then you have one for
Right,
one for
currency as
20.
well.
Yeah.
You want the crispy holders, not the soft rubbery
Sure.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were saying before we started, this is incredible. Look at this, how crisp this $20 bill has
Yeah.
stayed. And it was issued in 1929, and it's in looks like perfect condition to me. The untrained eye.
Fantastic. There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, budding coin currency collector here.
Yes, that's right. You get to see me develop right before your eyes.
So a lot of folks, when they think about collecting coins, might think about, if they find what they think it might be an old relic, they think about cleaning it. I mean, is it a good idea to clean
great
some of these
question,
coins
yeah.
when they find them, or?
Yes, that's a very good question. The answer is a big no.
Okay.
Collectors like the original patina on coins. So,
Really?
Some people like shiny, but actually shiny is not good. The original patina, it can be naturally shiny like these, but you can see the difference. A trained eye can see the difference. It almost looks kind of metallic polished, as opposed to the original luster of the
So
coin.
this is the original, and this has been polished.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Now, what
Yeah,
about sterling
yeah.
silver, like flatware? A lot of times you'll get a hand-me-down or something like that in your family, and of course you would want to clean that, wouldn't you? Or is it the same rule applies?
Not the same rule. That's fine to polish.
can polish
Yeah,
those.
because
Okay.
the condition is not. It's not such a. They don't examine the
factor.
surface of the.
It's more of a weight or...
Exactly, weight and design.
Okay.
So that's okay to do.
Okay,
Wow.
so you can clean your flatware.
And not
That's good,
necessary
especially
to
if you're
sell
going
it.
to use it.
If you're just gonna turn it in, not necessary to clean.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
All
Wow,
right, very
so
good.
much to talk about. We're already out of time.
I know, it goes so quickly, but we learned so much with you. So it's such a fun hobby and a wonderful thing for families to do, get the kids involved. And you talked about it before, but I think it's important to mention again, what a great way to get excited about history. I just think it's so great.
Yeah.
Right. Lots of things you can do with the family. The Madison Coin Club has free meetings. See our website for other ways you can get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And go see them over in Hilldale. Well, we're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family after the break. Go see Jim at Jim's Coins, and we'll be with you in just a second.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are having the best time out here in Poynette, Wisconsin. What do you
At
think?
least the best time
At
ever.
least, that's right. And we're talking about one of my favorite topics. We're talking about wine. And we are here at Rock and Wool Winery. And we are joined by Sean Lepasic, who is the owner and winemaker here. And we're so pleased. Thank you so much for joining us and having us.
This is fun. We love this. This is what we're about.
So I have been so incredibly impressed by this place. We've, got to spend a little bit of time, and you walked us through some of the spaces. Beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And not only the space being in here in the building, but just looking behind us and the beautiful fields, and it's just absolutely stunning and breathtaking. So I can imagine this is not a short answer, but what makes Rock and Wool Winery unique?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're a family winery, and that's really a big deal to us. My mother and my father bought the property in the 80s. I used to raise sheep, and then we came up with the idea to try the grapes. We did it together. So, like right now, my mother helps with keeping the store clean and nice. My father's in control of the vines. I make the wine, and like my sister will come up and help. And it's just, even the people who work for us are local people who become family now. So that's a big part of it. And then the second part is all the wines we make with grapes that grow in Wisconsin. We don't make wines with any grapes that are from California or Washington State or New York, and we're really proud of that, to be truly a Wisconsin winery.
I mean, you can't get much more local than that. I mean, you're locals yourself, the staff here, everything from the wine to the products that go into it is all local. So there's so many people out there that really believe in that and supporting local businesses, and I mean, it's through and through right here.
It really is, and it means a lot, and it's really nice the reception we get when people come and see it. Like even tchotchkes that we have, like the cribbage boards, a local artist, Dan, makes those for us and carves them from carriers. Wow. So it's like local artists. If I have people play music, I have artists who play their own original music here from Wisconsin. So that's really a theme that just runs through pretty much everything we do.
Wow, so incredible.
This
so
truly
beautiful.
is a slice of Wisconsin life right
Truly.
here. That's awesome. So, I mean, this is more than just a winery. I mean, you mentioned having bands here, local musicians and so forth. This is really a gathering place for people to come and enjoy some company and that sort of thing. So, what are some things that you offer people who want to visit Rock and Wool?
Well, first, we're on 40 acres of vines and pines.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Vines
can
and
just
pines.
vines and pines. So you can just get lost,
Yeah.
and we let people bring picnic baskets. So if you want to do our free wine tasting and then grab a picnic basket and just walk around the vines, you can. On Saturdays, a lot of times we'll be doing wagon rides to the vines and pines. We'll do production tours. My dad will take them downstairs, show them how we make the wine. So a lot of things like that. And then we have pizzas and food. I love it. On Friday or Saturday night, we'll have all our tables full of people who just come in and don't want to be at a bar or restaurant. They want something, a little relaxed. Buy a bottle of wine, have a pizza, and just sit and relax. And as a winemaker, that makes me as happy as anything, because wine is about a celebration of life, food, family, and friends. Mm-hmm. And that's really what, when I get to see people doing that,
Yeah.
I'm complete. I'm very happy.
Come and escape the hustle and bustle and come to Rock and Roll.
It's so true. This is just a slice of heaven out here. I feel like I'm on vacation. You know that moment when you get on vacation and you're in your little villa, or you step into your hotel and you step out onto the beach or something. It's just that feeling of relaxation, and it just feels great. And that's honestly what it feels like out here. It's such a beautiful feeling.
Do you feel like you're on vacation all the time when you're out here?
Sometimes, but I don't want to say that too much, because my wife will get mad, because she's like, I knew you're not working. But it's a lot of work, but the pride you take is fantastic.
Absolutely.
You got it. Well, it's absolutely stunning. It's a short drive too if you're in the Madison area. Absolutely worth the trip, and come out and have a romantic day.
Yeah.
Spend some time. But let's get down to business. Let's talk wines.
Okay.
So the important stuff.
Sure.
What kinds of wines do you make and offer?
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I'm a wine snob, so I
We
take
would
a
expect that.
take
You're
a
in
lot
good
of
hands
pride-
if you come
right.
here. Then.
So I take a lot of pride in making a dry, serious red and also white. Because that's really my goal, is to have somebody in another city someday say, I'd like a bottle of Rock and Roll Winery wine. Not because it's from Wisconsin, but because it's a real good bottle of wine. It goes great with the steak.
Yeah.
We also do make some fruit wines with 100% fruit, so they're very rich. And we make some sweeter style dessert wines too. And we also make hard cider. So we're really trying to, cover the spectrum for people, so somebody will find something they like. Because sometimes even those beer drinkers, the wives will bring in their beer drinkers. So at least I can say, try the hard cider.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like beer. Well, just give it a shot. Usually somebody finds something they like.
Wow, that's great.
Excellent. So you mentioned that you started, or your folks bought this farm back in the 80s and used to have sheep here.
They did.
And you have 40 acres of wines and pines. Why did you want to start this winery?
Wow.
That's a big question.
That's a big question.
Yeah.
I've always loved wine. And when I was putting myself through school, I'd always work at usually finer style restaurants where I'd be dealing with the wines. A lot of times when I'd be at the restaurants, I'd actually pick out the wines for the restaurant, write the menus and the pairings. So I've always had the palate and then just that passion. And I just can't sit still. So I want to do something creative with it. And that's when I approached my father and said, maybe we could do this and just try something for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think Wisconsin's just sweet wines. I think we can make really a great product here. And
Sure.
So that's kind of why.
Turn your passion into a living. I mean, that's like the American dream, right? And the
It is.
Wisconsin dream. You're living it, and we're all getting to enjoy it. So that's wonderful.
Good year.
Let's talk about the future a little bit. Where do you see yourself, the winery? What can people expect down the road from Rock and Wool?
Well, we're going to our third full year right now. And every year we've been selling out of wine, which is a great thing. But it's also a bad thing, because the most difficult thing for us is to have a footprint so people know about us. We're a little winery in Poinet, so a lot of times people, I've never heard of you. My goal right now is to have people know about us, because I truly believe if you come here, you're going to come back again.
I agree.
So it's just to get a lot of people to know about us. And I want to grow large enough that I can support my family, because that's really my wife and my goal, is to someday have the winery, be able to support us as a family, and I can have my girls working with me and never have to go away from them. I get to see them every day.
She's
my
got
wife.
2 young,
The
beautiful
family
baby
business.
girls.
The family business.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, Sean, you have any special events coming up?
Boy, let's see here. Yes, over the 4th of July weekend, we're going to be doing some sangria.
Okay.
And wine-soaked hot dogs. So I soak hot dogs, all beef hot dogs, in my Stature red wine, and they are amazing. So
What a unique
I would
thing
imagine.
to try.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
That's incredible. Well, I'm sure you have a lot going on throughout the year, and we'll keep up with you on that. But it sounds like 4th of July weekend is a great time to come out and give them a try if you haven't yet. So
It's a beautiful drive. If you live in Madison or
incredible.
near Madison, it's a beautiful drive up here, and it's not too far.
No,
so.
it's not. Well, Sean Lepasek, thank you so much for
my
having
gosh,
us.
thank you
We've
guys.
had
It's
just
been
a
fun.
blast.
Yeah.
Come out and see him at Rock and Wool Winery. Thanks so much for joining us. Join us next time for Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting.